Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Classic, and today we are on Bushranger's Run once again with the 7mm AUD-8 and the snakebite bow. And I just got a call from a feral goat that is really close to us. Well, I guess you can't see it on here anymore because it disappeared off of the hunter mate, but it called literally on top of us. And in fact, I hear it. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, that's actually a big one. Oh my gosh. Well, that's quite a way to start things out. That's a... wow. I don't even know what to say. That's quite the thing to fast travel to. So basically I started off at this tent right here. I walked a little bit ways and then I decided to fast travel over here. And yeah, there was this guy right below it. I'm glad that I started the video when I did, otherwise I probably would have had to start it up after I spotted it, which that would have not been able to capture my reaction to it. So I'm glad that we started up when we did. That's pretty cool. Can this possibly be as big as the last one or bigger? Our personal best is like 343. Let this be larger than that, please. It's only 275, but that's a good way to start things out. We've got a lot of hunting ahead of us, and we've already got a really cool trophy. So I think since we don't have good lighting, we'll just go with this. I decided to use the trophy shot pose just to make things a little bit easier, since this isn't a crazy big goat. It's a good one, just not a monster. So let's go ahead and accept that right there. But since we started things off so strong, even if we don't really find much else during the rest of this hunt, we at least have something that was decent. And that I am extremely happy about. And there's our first axis buck. It's pretty far off and it's a very small one, but we'll definitely try to stalk up closer and then call it in. So since we spotted that goat so fast, I don't think I actually got to mention what the whole point of today's hunt is, and that is to find a rare axis deer buck, because we got our 200, we've got one in the 190s and we got a couple in the 180s, so the only thing really left to get is a larger 200 and some rares. So today we're particularly looking for a rare, but if we come across other stuff, obviously we'll take it as well. But the primary goal is to see if we can find ourselves a rare axis deer. Well, we are finally within range of this axis deer. It's about 17 meters away, and I think we should be able to get a shot on it right now. And I actually hear something else to our right, so... that went way higher than I was intending it to. I'm not sure what happened there, but it definitely did not hit where I wanted it to. Let's see if we can spot the other one, because I did see something else run off. And it looks like it's another small axis deer. Well, that's quite the pair. Two very tiny axis deer. You know, since we spooked them off, let's just go ahead and blast this one with the rifle and hope that it'll let us actually position this the way we want it. This should be good right here. There he is. So now that we have took that guy out, we should have two of them that are going to be down shortly, because I think we should at least kill the first one. I just don't know how long it's going to take. Well, it honestly did not take it too long to drop, so that's good at least. I'm guessing we got single lung, and yeah, just our right lung. 49.6, a pretty small axis deer, but we got one more to pick up, so let's head over there and grab that one. Well, there's our second one. It appears to be roughly the same size, maybe slightly larger. Actually, it's 4 points smaller, so not exactly going in the right direction. We're getting smaller every time. Hopefully we can find ourselves a much larger axis deer next. Well, there we have another axis deer that's actually a little bit better one than the last two. It's still not huge, but at least we're starting to go in the right direction. I think we will just prone right here and blast it with the rifle. I do love using this thing, so I do try to use it whenever we can. And with Bushranger's Run, things are a lot more open, so you can kind of get away with using rifles more. And this guy is just slowly, well, not really slowly, but he's sprinting off. Hopefully we can get a shot into him. And I think this should be good right here. I guess it would probably help if I put a new box of ammo in. It's probably a good idea to do that. Well, here we go. Now that we actually have bullets. And there we go. That'll be the end of him. So far, I've tried a few different rifles on these Axis deer, and I definitely think that the 7mm AUG-8 is one of the best ones because of the fact that there's a lot of wide open long-range areas on Bushrangers Run. You can use that bipod quite often to your advantage, and the 7mm AUG-8 almost always drops these guys, so it's probably the best rifle to use for them from what I've tested at least. I'm sure there's obviously other guns that would be stronger like the 300, but just a good balance of reliability, power, and steadiness I think is what I personally go for. So the 7mm AUG-8 is the best in my opinion. So once again, another very tiny Axis deer. I actually started moving in this direction because I heard a couple feral goats, and unfortunately this is what we ended up finding instead. I was hoping that we would find a giant feral goat or a giant Axis, but I suppose a small Axis deer will have to do as well, and I'm pretty sure we hit that, but it was just a bad shot, and there it finally went down. We should probably reload once again before we forget for a second time. That would not be good. You know, with the amount of small Axis deer we've been finding so far, there's gotta be a giant Axis deer somewhere. You'd think that with the amount of tiny ones we've been finding, there's bound to be something better. And honestly, with the size of these, there's honestly nothing that could be any worse. I'm pretty sure anything we kill from now on is just gonna be a step up from what we've currently shot. Also, I don't know why, but for some reason today I am like constantly tripping over my words. I think I need to get more sleep or drink some more coffee. One of the two, but hopefully we can just power through it and you guys won't mind too much. So we've got a pretty decent looking ibex horns feral goat down here, and I think that's going to be our next target. That thing is looking really nice. It goes up to 250 on the estimate. I will have to look at what you guys told me was a big one for the ibex horns. I think 260 is what you guys said was tax worthy, but I will have to check it out in a second. But this one has an upper estimate of 250, so I doubt it's going to be anything too crazy. It's probably a smaller one, but definitely one of the more interesting things that we have seen, so we definitely need to get it down. And that will be it for him. Let's see if we can blast one of these on their way out, and definitely nailed it. See if we can get a third one. And yeah, that'll do the trick, and even a fourth, and maybe a fifth if we can hit this. And yep, that's 5 goats down. Well then. And that right there is the other reason that I carry the 7mm AUG-8 when I head to Bushrangers Run. Having 10 shots in the magazine is invaluable when you run across big groups of goats like that. Let's go ahead and pick up this nice one. It is only a 171, so nowhere near being the biggest these can get. And in fact, it's probably not really worth trophy shotting, but I'll do it anyway just because, and we'll just go ahead and use a trophy shot pose, I think. Not the best trophy shot in the world, but we're just going to go with it since this isn't a super large one. Go ahead and sell that. We're going to claim the rest of these, and then we will probably fast travel back to one of the outposts. And immediately on fast traveling, we just got a call from a female Axis deer. Sadly, just a female, but that at least means there's some in the area, which could mean there might possibly be some males as well. Well, unfortunately, this female Axis deer is not coming into the call, so I'm guessing it's one that we spooked off earlier with one of our gunshots. So I don't think she's going to come into the call, unfortunately. We're just going to have to push past her and try to find ourselves some more of them. And speaking of some more of them, there's a couple does right there, and then I can't tell if that's a doe or a buck. It looks like it might be a very small buck, possibly another spike. And actually, it's just another doe, so the luck is not getting any better for the Axis deer. We've had pretty bad luck today, unfortunately. I think I used up all of my good Axis deer luck in the last couple days, so it's looking like it's all downhill from here. So after about 50 minutes of being in that last hunting session, I decided to go to another hunting session, and this time we are going to be using the other variant of the 7mm AUG-8. Just to kind of switch things up a little bit and show you guys both variations of it, since it is what I consider to be one of the best rifles for this map. And already we got a couple axis deer, but once again, it is just females. That has been our luck today. Lots of females and lots of very small males, which is quite unfortunate. Well, I'd say we definitely found our largest group of axis deer of the day. However, there's just one small buck in there. As with everything else today, we're finding nothing but tiny bucks, and there's even another one over here that I'm pretty sure is a buck, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it is. That's actually the tiniest one we've seen today. It's not looking great for the axis deer. We've got some good goats, but nothing good when it comes to axis deer. I guess let's go ahead and get lined up on this one and then take it out, because it seems to be the only one worth shooting in this entire area. And there he is right there. That hit him in the leg. Not quite what I was aiming for, and I can't seem to go any further over. Well, that did not go well. Well, there's our tiny axis deer. Sadly, this is actually the biggest one of the day. That is really, really sad to say that this little guy right here is the best thing we've seen in an hour of hunting axis deer. That is crazy. I mean, at least it looks decent. It's the first decent looking axis deer that we have killed, so I guess I can't complain. It's better than what we've seen, at least. But honestly, I think we're gonna end it there. It's not looking like things are going to turn around at any time soon, and I'd like to get the recording done for this video and move on to something else for the day. So thank you guys for watching. If you are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click the like button, and ring that notification bell so you guys will never miss a video. Also, be sure to comment down below with what you guys would like to see me do on Classic next, and I will try to respond to as many of them as possible. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace!